Hey there, thank you for staying with us. Now, this can't be coastal living without a Coastal Bend Beach report. Today, we have Chuck Lassiter with Padre Island National Seashore and Tyler Thorson with the Friends of Padre Island nonprofit organization. Thank you for joining me, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, Tyler, I've seen you fishing out on the beach before, is that right?
Yes, on occasion maybe.
Yes. So we have a big beach cleanup this weekend. Tell us about the Billy Sandifer Beach Shell Cleanup.
This is the 25th annual Big Shell Cleanup. We started this back in 1995. The late Billy Sandifer, mentor of many of us, passed away in March of 2018. And he was sort of a self-taught beach conservationist, just a wonderful guy. In 1995, he decided to have the Big Shell Cleanup because there's an area in the seashore that is four-wheel drive only, and it's impossible. They said, you can't do that. You can't get trailers down there. There's no way. It's 18 miles before you even get to Big Shell. So he said he got the permission from the superintendent at the time to do it, and 25 years later, we've picked up 2,876,000 pounds of trash from that stretch of remote beach on the seashore. So tomorrow we do it again.
So do you anticipate finding that much each year, or is
it just depends. You know, like last year we had 75 tons. We had 1,400 volunteers remove 75 tons of trash from 25 miles of beach. Now it's like it's better if you have less trash, but it depends on, you know, we had a hurricane one time, Hurricane Rita. We had things from we had 5 foot tall nativity figurines. So it's like if you have a lot of storms, you get a lot of more trash.
Unbelievable. And I feel like each time we talk about these cleanups, you find so many different things. And Chuck, I see that you have something right there. Is that something that you typically find during these cleanups?
We find a lot of single-use plastics. That's probably the biggest thing that we find along the beach as far as trash goes. And I brought this out. I know Dustin was here last week talking about it, but you can actually see where the bites. It's very, very bad to marine life. So we want to do our best to get this out of the water.
Yes. And I always encourage people to participate in so many of these cleanups. How can we participate in something like this, especially for this weekend?
This weekend, there's no entry fee to the seashore if you say you're participating in the cleanup. And we need everybody to be out there at the Malachite Visitor Center by 8 o'clock. You don't have to sign up. We encourage folks who have 4x4s to come out there. We do have walk-in volunteers that we welcome as well. The thing is, it just depends. If we can get them a seat in somebody else's 4x4, that's how we transport them down there.
Right. That was one of my questions. Do you need a 4x4?
You don't need one, but it'd be helpful because that's how it all works. We have folks that are like winter Texans that are visiting from here and from down like northern states, and they come, hey, we want to participate. It's like, okay, well, hop in my truck with me, and we all go down there. And that's how it gets done. So you just got to show up between 7 and 8 at the Malachite Visitor Center. We have these commemorative 25th anniversary.
Awesome. And you gave me one before the show. Thank you. I cannot wait to wear it.
Yeah, so that's what we'll have after the cleanup. We also have lunch, and we'll have snacks down there. Lunch, we have pizza from Domino's.
Ooh.
And we also have chili cheese dogs from Der Wiener Schnitzel, and it's just a great time. It's especially once you get through, if you're one of the furthest down there, you'll go through 30 miles of beach that has been cleaned on the way back.
Right. So you're keeping our beaches clean. You're going to have your tummy fed. It's going to be lots of fun. Beautiful weather. What other benefits do you think people can get from these beach cleanups, especially tomorrow's?
I think you get the children out there involved, and they're not sitting there on their devices. They're going like, hey, this is like beach, and it's really fun. It's if you've never been down there, people say, I've never been to the seashore. The beaches on Mustang Island are not the same. You go down to Big Shell, it's big, huge, treacherous driving, flotsam and jetsam everywhere. You'll see stuff you've never seen before, like, what's this? And that's whip coral. It looks like electrical. I think you had Dustin on to talk about that.
Yes. Yeah, let's talk a little bit more on that. So this is something that you can keep on our beach, right?
Yeah, there's like the wood. We don't pick up wood. We don't pick up fluorescent light bulbs. I mentioned last year we had there's some medical waste, but generally it's plastics, and we're going to recycle most of the plastics that we find. In fact, Matt Ekstrom's family did that last year. I think we got about 13 tons of recyclable plastic off the beach that's not going into the landfill. So that's another part of this is teaching the kids that, hey, we can recycle. Human beings, that they do bad things, but they can also do well.
Right. And take a look at this video. Oh my goodness, look at all of that they found out there.
Yeah, that's our drone footage from Jacob Augsburger from last year. It's incredible. You see that Chuck was mentioning the line of people coming in. It's just like Field of Dreams, like, hey, I didn't know they'd show up. We just never know the participation level that's going to happen.
Wow.
It just depends on the weather. You know,
Sure.
tomorrow's going to be great.
It's going to be great, yes,
I expect
despite
we'll
the
have a lot
wind,
of
like I
people.
said.
Yeah.
And yes, lots of people, we want to encourage them. So let's go over the details again. It's going to be from what time to what time?
Well, we'll be out there. Friends of Padre folks will be out there along with the park personnel early.
Okay.
But we're asking you to come. The people who are going further south, the section leaders, we're asking them to get there at 6:30. We have sections for each mile, and lots of really guys with a lot of experience going down there will be the first groups. They'll go maybe even 40 miles down.
Wow. Okay.
So we'll get them off about 7 o'clock, and then we'll take other people until about 8 o'clock. And you know, we may have room for all the volunteers, we may not, but we're going to find a place for you to go to where you can pick up trash.
Perfect. And you see the information, or you saw the information there on your screen. And please be sure to go out there and volunteer. It's lots of fun, beautiful weather, and you're going to be getting these great shirts and some pizza. What more can you ask for, right?
Exactly.
All right, gentlemen. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We always enjoy having you every Friday for our beach report.
Thank you
so
very
much.
All right. Well, stay in your seats because after the break, we are taking a look into dog training and we have a live musical performance. Stay with us. We'll be right back.